Hey team, it's David, your head coach at Cliffhanger Academy, and today we're going to go over the static squat hold. Now this is a great exercise to work on a bunch of things. You're going to be working on your kind of lower chain strength and conditioning, so particularly your quads, your hamstrings, and your calves. You're also working on some hip flexibility and hip mobility. Definitely a lot of core strength involved in this. I'm actually going to give you another option that if you want to upgrade this exercise and or work with a partner, how you can make this even more difficult. So a few of the things we're trying to think of when we do this static squat hold is trying to keep our chest proud, our core engaged, and our shoulders pulled back. This is something you're going to constantly hear from me. I'm always talking about with my clients in order to get to that next level in our fitness and our mobility. So the static squat hold, the one we're going to go with is basically putting our arms out to be even with our shoulders. And what we're going to do, our feet are going to be a little bit more than shoulder width apart for this one. The one thing I want you to think about is try not to duck your feet out too much. If your feet start ducking out like this, basically, we're looking at some hip mobility issues, particularly some knee stability or some ankle mobility issues. So we're going to try to keep our feet pointing as close as possible, straight forward as possible. A little duck is okay. Basically, we're going to come into that static squat hold. The arms are out parallel to the ground. Elbows are locked, shoulder height on the hands. And you're just going to come down like this. Now, the goal is basically to keep that chest up and that core engaged and to get your legs at least parallel, if not a little bit lower. We talk about in baseball and football called ass to grass. So really getting that butt down. Now, as you're here, you're going to notice a few things. For me, you'll notice my right foot does duck out a little bit. I've had 2 knee surgeries, so it's not a surprise that happens. So it's okay if it ducks out a little bit, but just be wary of that compromise and what it may be indicating for the rest of your body. Now, as you come down into that, if you want to make this a little bit more difficult, one thing you can do is actually put your hands out like this and have a partner resist it. So what that ends up looking like is you're coming down, hands out like this, you come down and you can start pushing against your partner side to side. If you're doing this with a partner, this is really going to turn on the obliques, really get the core engaged really fully. What I like to do is hold this static squat for about 30 to 60 seconds, noting that as your hips get tight and the time goes on, you're probably going to start pitching forward a little bit. So from the side, what that would look like, I'm doing the natural one, it's basically here. And then as I probably get a little bit tired, I'm probably gonna start doing this. So just be careful of that. You wanna keep that core engaged. You wanna keep those hips open, that chest up, and pulling those shoulders back. So again, team, we could do this one for about 30 to 60 seconds. If you wanna upgrade this and put your arms out and lock them out at the elbow, just like this from the side, and then you'll be pushing against a partner, or you can do it statically against a wall if you'd like. So you get a little bit more engagement through the core, particularly the obliques, and also having fun with one of your partner. Team, that is a static squat hold, 2 variations on that one.